Fiberglass sounds complicated. It sounds like some kind of advanced material, maybe plastic, maybe something synthetic, something man-made and complex. But what if I told you fiberglass is basically glass? Not a special kind, not a rare material, just glass. The same material your windows are made of. That's it. And that's exactly why it's confusing. Because if it's just glass, why doesn't it shatter like glass? Why is it used in boats, helmets, car bodies, even inside your walls? Why would something so fragile be trusted for things that need strength? Because fiberglass isn't about what it's made of, it's about how it's made. Let me show you. Think about a normal glass sheet. It's solid, rigid. If you hit it, all the force goes through one structure. There's no flexibility, no way to spread that energy, so it breaks. Now imagine taking that same glass and stretching it, pulling it into extremely thin strands. So thin, they look like hair, almost like threads. Now something completely different happens. Those tiny fibers don't behave like solid glass anymore. They can bend slightly. They don't crack all at once. And most importantly, they spread force across thousands of strands instead of one surface. So instead of breaking instantly, they resist. And when you bundle thousands of these fibers together, you get something surprisingly strong. That's the first part of fiberglass. But it's still not enough. Because loose fibers can't hold a shape. They're strong, but not stable. So they need something to bind them together. This is where resin comes in. Think of resin like a liquid that hardens into a solid. It flows around the fibers, fills the gaps, and then locks everything in place. Now you have structure. Now you have shape. And now you have a composite material. Two completely different things working together. The glass fibers handle the strength. The resin holds everything together. And together, they create something far more powerful than either one alone. That's why fiberglass is used in things that need to be both strong and lightweight, like boats. Because fiberglass doesn't rust. It doesn't corrode like metal. And it can handle water for years. That's why it replaced wood and metal in many cases. Same with car parts. It's lighter, which improves performance. Same with helmets. It absorbs impact better than you'd expect. But here's something most people don't realize. Fiberglass is strong, but it's not indestructible. It's designed to handle stress in a very specific way. And if pushed beyond its limits, it doesn't always shatter like glass. It can crack, splinter, or weaken over time. Which is why how it's layered and how it's used matters a lot. Now here's a part most people overlook. Fiberglass can actually be uncomfortable, even dangerous, to touch. Those tiny glass fibers, they can break into microscopic pieces, almost like invisible dust. And when they get into your skin, they cause that itchy, irritating feeling. That's not just irritation. That's tiny shards of glass, which is why people wear gloves and protection when handling it. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Fiberglass isn't just used in big, visible objects. It's hiding in places you don't even think about. Inside your walls, as insulation. Because those fibers trap air. And trapped air is actually one of the best ways to control temperature. It slows down heat transfer, which keeps your home warmer in winter and cooler in summer. So the same material used in boats is also silently working inside your house every single day. But the biggest takeaway? Fiberglass isn't some futuristic, complicated material. It's something incredibly simple, used in a very smart way. Just glass, reshaped into fibers, combined with resin, and engineered to behave completely differently. And once you understand that, something clicks. Because now, every time you hear fiberglass, you won't imagine something complex or mysterious. You'll realize it's just glass, made stronger by changing its form. And that simple idea is what makes it so powerful.